Hi, today we're doing a video on a bond issue when there are bond issue costs. The information we have for this problem is that we have a stated rate of 6% and a period of 3 years, $1 million face value for this bond. The interest payment is simply the stated rate times the face value, 60,000 at the end of each year. The market rate at the time we went to market was 7% and the bond issue costs are 24. The first thing what we have to do is figure out what bond issue price would be if there were no bond issue costs. So I used the present value calculation and plugged in using the 7% market rate, and I found a solution for that. The next step, we're going to take that amount and we're going to subtract out the bond issue costs. So we subtract 24,000 from that first number and we'll get our cash that we're going to receive from the financial institution that's taking care of our bond issue. So we'll get a check from them for the 949 number, and then the bond payable has to be at 1 million, and discount is then a plug figure, simply the 1 million minus the cash amount. The next part of this problem that we have on our homework is that we need to then do a bond amortization table. So we set it up the same old way, but the carrying value in the very first box is going to be the cash amount that we received. The problem that we run into next is that we can't use the 7% market rate as to compute our effective interest. Because we had that bond issue cost, the discount amount has changed, and so the implied interest rate is not 7. So first what we're going to have to do is figure out what is the effective interest rate. In order to do it, what we're going to do is we're going to use before rate, R-A-T. Okay, the number of periods is 3. The payment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in as a negative, and I'm putting the future value in as a negative. Those are our outflows. For present value, I'm going to put this in as a positive. So I'm going to put in the cash amount that we received. And the reason I do that is that the amount coming in at the beginning of the term is that 949 number. The amounts coming out are the interest payments and the payment at the end of the term. And it's a type 0 or leave blank. And I'm going to click OK. And I can already see my number here is a very big long number after 0.07. So it rounds out, Excel rounds me out till 8%. This next little piece is just because we are using my accounting lab for our homework. So what I'm going to do is I need to find out an interest rate. Mal wants me to round at the 4 digits past the decimal point if I state it as a percent. So I take my 8% and I'm going to use this function up here in my menu. It's on the home button, and I'm going to increase this. Now I can increase it as many as I want. I'm going to leave it there at the 4. Okay, so it doesn't matter if I increase it to the correct amount or not. Excel is remembering all the digits underneath. So in order for me to actually compute this number, effective interest rate, I am going to take my carrying value, that was the 949 number, and I'm actually going to type in 0.07, then 4 more digit places, and that way Excel is not remembering that lengthy amount that was after the decimal point. It is officially rounding to 4 decimal places after the decimal in the percent symbol. All right, so that ends up giving me my effective interest right here. And then I'm going to then go ahead and compute this as 60 minus that, go on. And in the next one, I'm going to have to basically do something similar. So anyways, that's how we're going to have to do it. And we're going to have to officially type in that number. That's the main point here.